day, Mr. President, JPTS International, Dr. Chris Mamule, my able lecturers. My name is Timothy Ode, JPTS student, Takum Center, Department of International Relations and Diplomacy 400 level. I'm here to present a paper on the topic Impact of Western Education in a Society, specifically Nigerian society. First and foremost, I want to give an introduction on the impact of Western education in Nigeria. The tradition began seriously in Nigeria with the Wesleyan Christian missionary at Badagry in 1842. It has obviously been the most successful in meeting the overall formal educational needs of the consumers. For the present and for the future, schools were built and the missionaries struggled for pupils and members such that there was a proliferation of primary schools established by different missions. Western education was introduced in Nigeria state around 1923 by Christian missionaries in Bamburu, Karimlamido local government area. According to Peter 2001, since the introduction, the Christian missionaries have contributed significantly to education. Nigerian people have great faith in education as a vital instrument for social and economic improvement and in the improvement of citizens as a whole. The social demand for education has been sustained over the years, and this helps to explain the phenomenal expansion of education system since national independence in 1960. The historical overview of the development of United Methodist Church participation in education in Nigeria presents the fact that over 50% of all primary and secondary schools in Nigeria were private schools owned and managed by private organizations to implement the role of the United Methodist proprietors, individual entrepreneurs, tribal, towns, unions, and communities, which contributed in building schools to the point at which they now constitute the dominant educational institute in every part of Nigeria as a whole. Also, I want to equally look at the significance, most of the significance of the Western education. Firstly, the advantages and disadvantages of Western education in Nigeria. Western education in Nigeria advantage and disadvantages. 2 years ago, views by Mary Ekende, every good parent thinks about the best way to train their children and what kind of education they should obtain. This article reviews the advantages and disadvantages of Western education in Nigeria. Also, the quality education helped Nigerians obtain independence from their colonial masters. Our ancestors had to gather enough knowledge before they realized they could fight for their freedoms. And this is how Nigeria became an independent republic. This is very important. It was through the help of Western education. Nigeria can participate in international competitions and show themselves in positive light. Thanks to Western education, enhancement of living standard, the living conditions of modern Nigeria are indeed much better than those of our ancestors from the pre-colonial era. We are not lagging behind the rest of the world because we can now apply modern solutions in our everyday life. Also, challenges facing youth empowerment in Nigeria, advertising negative aspect of Western education in Nigeria. It will be forced to say that Western education has no shortcoming because everything in the world has its advantage and disadvantage. This disadvantage include moral decline. It cannot be denied that the level of morality in Nigeria has dropped considerably. Things like adultery, abortion, excessively provoking clothing have been more common than they were before. Disagreement in families. In some homes, it is possible to find a part of the family in support of Western ways while another part considers them unnecessary. For example, a child may aspire to be familiarized with modern tendencies, while the parents will want him to grow up accustomed to the best nationalist tradition. Such disagreement could also affect the love between spouses. Less attention is being paid to African traditions and culture before the colonial period. Local customs were observed very seriously due to the popularization of Western culture and education. These cultures are gradually being forgotten. Change in the system of government, the administrative ways of our ancestors were much more reliable than the ones we have now. There was less chaos and strict discipline was maintained. Nigerians have had to switch from one management system to another over the years. Young people have come less interested in agriculture. As a result of Western influence, the agricultural industry is lacking sufficient development. This problem is serious considering that this phases is the basic of the Nigerian economy. Young people should use Western education to improve agriculture and not neglect it. In conclusion, we can say that the benefit and harm of Western education depend on how we use them. It is better to use the best aspect of